2025. I just went through some of my old Facebook accounts, and I have some pictures that are very, very compelling that I'm the true king. I look identical to some of these people. Found older pictures. I haven't one of my old Facebook accounts for a long time, so I found some. So let's see what I found. So here's what I look like. This is probably 36. So this one in particular, like that picture right there. And then, so this is Edward the Eighth, and that's me. I was probably about 40 then. But you could see this is William the second last German emperor, and you can see the resemblance. And this was someone that was related to Charlotte of Mecklenburg-Strelitz, and you can see the resemblance to me. And let's see, there's this one here where this is George V, who looks identical to me. And then there's another side profile. You can see how much he looks like me. This is him as a boy. This is me as a boy. You can see the resemblance. This is him when he's older. So this is my cousin. This is my first cousin. This was a queen that looked like her. Or some royal that looked like her. And here, this is Princess Charlotte. And this is my cousin. Right there, you can see he looks like her. And this is my little princess when she was she's about 1 year old. Even before I knew I was royal, I always called her princess. And so once again, so this is the Captain James Cook statue. You can see how it looks identical to me. And that's at Trafalgar Square. And so yeah, this is the newest video. So that's what it looked like. And you can see how if my eyes were open, I looked identical to William II, George VI, George V, at certain ages, and then really close to George V. And I'll just show you here. I guess I gotta transfer some of these files now. So I'm just copying these files here. So I should be able to show you now. So where did that one picture go with me? Well, this one right here, you can see that if my eyes were open, you can see I look like Princess Helena, like her twin, but a male. This is a picture of the last Tsar, Nicholas. He looks considerably like me, especially in this picture right here. There's the three kings of Europe that were at war during World War I was William II, who I look like, George V, who I look like, and Nicholas the second. Where is he? And Nicholas II. I look more like Nicholas II's father. Here's his father right here. You can see her eyes. Her eyes are basically the same. And he was actually born on my ex-wife's birthday. And so this is about it. So anyways, I believe like this guy right here, this guy looked like my dad, identical to my dad when he was a teenager. His name is Augustus Frederick. He was Charlotte of Mecklenburg-Strelitz's child, who officially, I think it was King George III had him, or was married to Charlotte Mecklenburg-Strelitz, but unofficially I believe that Captain James Cook, this man who looks like me, I believe he had kids with Charlotte Mecklenburg-Strelitz, and I'm a descendant of that, and this is George IV, or King George IV. You can see right there, King George IV, and you can see how he looks like me, and Augustus Frederick, I'll just show you what he looked like. Where is it? Augustus Frederick. Here's what he looked like. He looks identical to me in this picture. And the Duke of Sussex, he was born January 27th. My grandfather, Arnie Meyer, was born January 27th. My grandfather, Jack, was born April 27th. So he almost died on my grandfather's birthday and was born on my other grandfather's birthday. And so I believe that, I believe that Augustus Frederick, he was Queen Victoria's her uncle, and I believe he walked her down the aisle, and I believe he had kids with her, and I'm a descendant of it, and that's why, for this, all I have to do is follow the Augustus Frederick line, because my son was born in August. So I know that anybody that was born in, anybody that says Augusta or Augustus is going to be related to me in Frederick, because Frederick looks like, when I have a beard, here's what my dad looked like at probably in his 40s. And I'll show you what, this is what Frederick III looked like. So he looked like, when my dad had his head turned, he looked identical to him, and I have his eyes. If I was to grow a big beard like this, I'd look like him. If I put on this German uniform, I'd look considerably like him. And his son looked like my mother and looked like this man who looks considerably like me. Look at my eyes and look at his eyes. I'll just show you a picture when I was younger of my eyes. I don't have any in here for some reason. So I'm just going to go to improve. But I have right here, look at those eyes. Those eyes are a dead ringer for even Emperor Meiji. Like he was the first emperor when the Japanese reopened their borders to foreigners. He was born in 1852, and they could have had the date wrong to kind of skew the results, because a lot of this is kind of hidden. Like a lot of the official people, like Colin Campbell, I'll just show you here. I have proof of it now. The back of the invitation here. And I found my old Facebook account, so I found the back of the invitation. And so I'm just going to change, copy this over to the folder that I'm using here. But anyway, so on April 1853, Matthew Perry was an explorer that went to Japan, and I look like him. And I believe that he could be the Emperor Meiji's father, and they just skewed the results, like the date, to like he probably went in 1851 and early 1852 and impregnated the main concubine, who is apparently Emperor Meiji's mother, and I believe I'm a result of it, and that's why Matthew Perry was on Friends, because there was one guy that looked like my friend Keith, and Jennifer Aniston looked like my friend Mary, and Matthew Perry was after the died last in 2024, I believe, or 2023, he drowned. So Matthew Perry. Japan. He's a naval officer, so he's an admiral, right? So he more than likely bedded somebody in the Japanese family. But you can see, how I kind of look like him, and but I definitely look like Emperor Meiji. I definitely look like Emperor Meiji. Like, look at I'll just show you here. Because the current Japanese emperor, her birthday, the Japanese emperor's mother is born on October 20th. That's my birthday, and that's my father's birthday. They made it so. My mom was on birth control when she got pregnant with me. So the royal family, they were able to make people get pregnant. So where is Emperor Meiji now? Oh, here he is. But if you look at my eyes there and look at those eyes, I look identical to the man, but Japanese. And then here, this is me at 19, and that's the second last Tsar of Russia. The eyes are identical. Like I have those eyes. And my family went to a royal wedding. You can see right here where it says castle, and then 1871, and Princess Louise. It says Princess Louise right there. It's hard to read. But this was the couple right there, and you can see how she looks like me from the side, and this man looks like me. Unofficially, they didn't have any kids, but I believe that Colin Campbell, who I'll just show you right here at the back of the letter. Here's the back of the letter. It's like, okay, Jack, that was my grandfather's name. This is me and Mrs. Colin Campbell. We're at Dad's natural great parents or great grandparents. So it says John Campbell, I believe, right there. John Campbell. And it says Duncan McTaggart right there. So anyways, when I Google search Colin Campbell, so let's see. So that's great grandfather. So that was my great grandfather. So that would be, so my grandfather's great grandfather. So that was Dad's natural great grandfather. So who that would be? So that'd be 3 generations from me. So that's my grandfather. Then 3 generations from him. So Colin Campbell would have been my 4th great grandfather, and either Helena or more likely Helena, who looks like me, he would have bedded her, and she was Princess Christian. My name's Christian, and she had a son named Christian Victor, and I'll soon be the Victor. I'll just show you what he looked like. This is where is it? This is Christian Victor, Prince Christian Victor. This guy was a good athlete. He was, I believe, a professional cricket player. And, my dad, my grandfather turned down a professional baseball contract. My dad, he went to a party and missed a professional hockey trial when there was only 6 teams. And I could jump kick an 8-foot ceiling. And so I always thought I was going to be a professional athlete. The first time I played baseball, I would have been a professional baseball player. I would have been a professional baseball player if I would have known that Mickey Mantle's birthday was October 20th. He was one of the best switch hitters ever. If I would have known that Mickey Mantle's birthday was October 20th at the time when I was 15, I would have been a professional baseball player, because I would have figured it was an omen. It was a sign of divinity, like from God, that I would have been. But the very first time I played hardball I was at 15, so I was competing against, like, for the rep team. I was competing against kids that played hardball since T-ball, like 3 years old, and I never played hardball ever in my life, and I made the rep team at 15 years old, but it was $2,000. My parents couldn't afford it, so I got them to sign me up for House League. I got called out many times and made the paper many times, but I got called out to play against 21-year-olds as a 15-year-old in my very first season playing baseball. And so I would have made, maybe not pro, but I would have went to college, or at the very least, right? And I could jump kick an 8-foot ceiling, and I could scissor kick 6 feet high. I could, see with my finger, I could kick down a hat and then kick up a hat and make the hat land on my head. I try to get on People Are Awesome, but I get blocked by they don't want me to become famous because I become the true king. So I put a guy on a straight flush in Texas Hold'em poker. There was 2 straight flush possibilities. You could have the king or the 8 of clubs. There was a 4 of a kind possibility. There was 3 full houses, a 3 of a kind, and 3 true pairs. When you do all the math, the odds were 1 in 3.455 quadrillion. That's 3,455 trillion. Right, so that's a big number. The odds are, you would have to play 20 million hands for 172 million lifetimes for that situation to occur. And I had that, and I have proof of it on film. And I have 32 views. And they just completely restrict me. And I'm a talented lyricist. I could write stuff like this one lyric I wrote. It's Oh, Canada, I got that peach, the seduction, make her body start erupting. I want to be that legend between her thighs. So when I'm away, I can't sleep. She can't sleep at night. How did it go? No, they just hacked me. When that screen came up, I looked at it. But it's like, oh, the bedroom looked like a natural disaster. Called FEMA to clean it up. That's all it. So it's like, oh, Canada, I got that PhD in seduction, make her body start erupting. The bedroom looked like a natural disaster. Called FEMA to clean it up afterwards. I want to be that legend between your thighs. So when I'm away, you can't sleep at night. I'm sweet and Haagen-Dazs ice cream. Once I get in between your legs, you'll know what I mean. You'll hear my words like man-made thunder. Feel my gyrations as I work my lumber, ladies. So anyways, then I wrote Summer in Those Jeans. It's a country song. And then I wrote this other one called Trippin'. How did it go? I just wrote this one. But it's like, I just lost my jaw. If you could only see what I saw. And basically, I guess I'll play it. I haven't played it in a while. Then I had a copyright infringement because I was lip singing a song from R. Kelly. So I got a copyright infringement. So I had to cancel this other video that I posted. It was 50-minute long video too, so it sucked. So let's see. So what is my new Christian Meyer 1977? So this is my new YouTube. So I didn't put any music to the song because I'm not in Toronto, but in Toronto they have a reference library where I could download free instrumentals. And so here was the one right here where, I have a copyright infringement, so I can't post that video, unfortunately. But it was really good. But I showed some of the comedy. Like I wrote some comedy, like in Abacus, it adds up things. So I'm like, I need an abacus to add up all the bullshit I deal with daily. Or, I could eat a whole full box of laxatives and still not give a shit. And a laxative makes you take a shit, right? So you have to be kind of witty for some of my jokes. And I'm blessed up. This is a reggae song that, I basically, I went on YouTube and I listened to a white guy with a Jamaican accent. My Jamaican accent on. So and then I just did a song like that. But I found some beats, like reggae beats, and I played, I wrote the song to that beats of that song. But when I tried to record it on my phone here, you couldn't hear my voice over the music, unfortunately. So I had to wait till I go back to Toronto, and then I'll go to the Toronto Reference Library and hear, Cleopatra, writing pretty funny guy. Empress DNA. So where is it? Oh, another song I wrote. He's the poker dancer. He knows the answer. He makes the bets. She gets wet with temptation. He is a sensation. The people be a craving. So there's a song, like basically, I love poker. So if I was in the World Poker Tour final table, that would have been my entry song. Music, poker dancer. Well, Pound for Pound's a song I wrote. Another song I wrote while I was at the hospital here. So I should be coming up to Trippin' very soon. Blessed up. As if I didn't post. Oh, it must be on Shorts. It must be on Shorts. No, it isn't. So I'll have to go to TikTok. It'll be on TikTok. But it's a pretty good song. It's more like basically, I wanted it to make it like a country song for like if you were to, like a country wedding song, basically. Like a song that would take over for like, it wasn't for me to do. I wrote it for like basically somebody, like a country singer to do, but to make it so that they'd play it at every wedding for like that year that it came out, basically. Like almost like John Legend's song All of Me is it's a song that's really deep and passionate, where it's like some of the lyrics are like, I wanted to take my time. I wanted to make this woman my wife and things like this. It was more than I wanted her for more than a night. I wanted to make this woman my wife. Just long as lyrics like that. I didn't write it for any woman in particular, but I just wrote a song. Just felt like writing a country song because I played my Summer in the Jeans song, and so it made me think about country music. And Summer in the Jeans is a pretty catchy song. Like there's one part where it gets really catchy, where it's like the whole crowd would start singing to it. So I'm just looking for. Okay, so it's about. Okay, so I have to look for tripping on the thumbnail here, which makes it hard to see. Here we go, here it is. For some reason, I might not have connectivity right now.
Sir, fast. I'm hoping to make this one last. Tripped over my jaw. You can only see what I saw. I can tell it was more her body. She made something change inside of me. Actually made me the man I was meant to be. Texas told him I was all in for the start. My legs meant nothing up until this point. The bloom was mute. My brain could hardly compute what to say. My smile did. And she seemed to notice. Tripped my jaw. Only see what I saw. I could tell it was more her body. She made something change inside of me. I knew she could set me free. When I looked into her eyes, as her souls melted, if I could only tell you how this felt on the elixir of love, this is my only drug. If I was inside of her, I wouldn't want to close my eyes, as her souls had nothing to hide. I knew if I were to die at the end of this moment, I knew I wouldn't be disappointed. I started to blush, could tell this more than a crush. Tripped over my jaw, if you could only see what I saw. I tell this is more than her body, she made something change inside. She couldn't see me desperate, so I checked I could see me desperate, so I checked myself. Complimented her on her style. She gave me the most beautiful smile. This drove me wild. Tripped over my jaw, if you could only see what I saw. My heart began to race. I wanted to suck on her lips, even like had a taste. I have eyes for no other, like there is no other. This woman is the only one I see. Even if I were meant to live for eternity. Over my jaw, you can see what I saw. I could tell it was more than her body. She made something change inside of me. I knew she could make me the man I was meant to be. This will set me free. My heart is normally locked in a box. She had the combination which I thought nobody could solve. She was like a pussycat toying with me like a mouse. Words could barely come out of my mouth. Couldn't stop smiling. I wouldn't want to make my move until she was ready. I'd be all signal stage like I wanted to yell and go. But I would wait because this is my fate. When the time is right, I'm going for more than a night. I want her for life and make this woman my wife. Tripped over my jaw. If you could only see what I saw. This is meant to be. She's the puzzle piece that I needed to set me free. Spiritually, she is my ecstasy. I was smitten. She was playful just like a kitten. So this is a country song I wrote for somebody else to perform. But anyways, Kelly, I hope.
So that's my country song. So normally I write songs like I wrote this other one called a funny song. It was so you can't really. Oh, it's gonna cut it in a second here. So I'm just gonna say she started wearing grandma panties like her ass died, and I cried like 1,000,000 times. What did I ever do to that ass? We used to have a blast. Anyways, like my videos and share it.